Hey, everybody, and welcome back. On today's episode, we will be discussing our favorite memoirs. And on next week's episode, we will be discussing Rhythms Blues by Kimberly Brown. Be sure to follow us on Instagram at bookedandbusypod_ for updates and additional announcements. I want to start our show off today by asking you this question, Tonitra. What is your favorite memoir that you have read so far?
Probably Up From Nigger by Dick Gregory. He has a couple of them, but this one kind of chronicles his time in comedy clubs, and then from there he kind of like plays this background role to a whole bunch of historical events that happened throughout the 50s and 60s. He was really like instrumental in the civil rights movement, but he takes like a comedic take on it because he was a comedian, but he was it was a very like Forrest Gump type of narrative of all the events that's going on in the civil rights movement. And I thought it was fascinating. I also love The Glass Castle though by Jeanette Walls. Like that's one of my favorite memoirs of all time. So yeah,
I think my favorite, well, I really enjoy Tina Knowles' recent memoir.
I
I
still
really
haven't read
enjoyed it.
that.
Yes, it was just reading from her perspective. I just know that she exemplifies a pure feminine woman.
I might
Just,
start reading that tonight, like, cause you be making me want to read it, and I don't even be thinking about it again until you bring it up. But I feel
yeah,
like I'm finna start reading it.
yeah. I listen to it on Audible. I actually like listening. That's what I use my Audible account for mainly. Right now, I'm actually listening to Miss Pat. You know Miss Pat, the comedian.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm listening to her autobiography. Her autobiography is called
Oh.
Rabbit. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know she had one. I would like to read that too.
Yes, she got a lot like she done
I
been through
love
some
listening to
shit.
that lady talk. Yeah, I love listening to that lady speak.
Yeah, so definitely her. And another one, well, I recently read Issa Rae's Misadventures of Awkward Black
Yes,
Girl.
I
Yeah,
love that one.
that one's pretty good. And one that kind of like shocked me that I didn't think was gonna be good, but it was good was Trina's autobiography.
I want to
Yeah,
read that.
yeah. Hers was kind of short. I like that she detailed like her relationships, and Trina is definitely a type of like lady who is like, okay, she will be that good girlfriend, that good wife, all that good things, but like if she not fucking with something, she is not fucking with it, and she is gonna leave your ass in the dust. Like, so I like she detailed her relationship with Lil Wayne and how long they were together. And she talked about, I forgot that she was even with King Martin.
Yes.
Yes. I forgot about them. 'Cause that shit was like late 2000s when they were like
Yeah.
together. So I was just like, I completely forgot about that. And I forgot that she was pregnant by Lil Wayne as well, too. I just like that she detailed kind of like her relationships and how she was like living in Colorado when he was playing when King Martin was playing for the Nuggets. So I like hearing different little stories from people. But as far as like Tina Knowles, I like how she was talking about how her relationship, well, her marriage to Matthew Knowles. She broke up with him like 5 different times on like different,
Yes.
so many different occasions, and she talked about that. So I like hearing people just talk about, especially women, just their relationships and doing the stuff that they had to do to get to where they are now. So when you read a memoir, what draws you in more, the story itself or the personality of the author?
The personality of the author is definitely like what makes me want to read it. But if it's someone that I haven't heard of before, I don't know a lot about, then it's the
Hmm.
story. Like I have to be drawn in from the first few pages. Like yeah, I got to be drawn into the story. But if it's somebody that I'm familiar with, like for
Hmm.
example, like that Miss Pat book, I'm gonna read it just because I've heard her tell stories and I know what her stories are like. So I'm
Yeah.
more likely to go and read it. So if I'm familiar with them, then it's the personality.
Yeah, I definitely say it's the or so if I know the person, of course that's gonna draw me into wanting to listen to the book or read the book. For example, I read Viola Davis' autobiography, and I more so read it because it was kind of, I was in this book club and that was the first book to read. And like, I'm a fan of Viola Davis, but I'm not necessarily like, I know who Viola Davis is, of course. Everybody knows who that is, but it's like I don't think I would have been too thrilled to probably know her story, but she actually did go through, some things, and her upbringing was very much different. So it's interesting to know certain things and learn certain things about certain people.
Yeah, because I wouldn't have like thought that hers was not because I like Viola Davis as an actress. I'm not trying to like
Yeah.
say that, but I wouldn't have thought that hers would have been like super interesting. So that's fascinating.
Yeah, it's nothing that I can really too much tell you, like, that was just like, "Oh my god," except when she was, like, younger and she was growing up, like, she grew up very poor, but, it's a lot of people who grew up, like, coming from nothing, and then they ended up
Yeah.
being this big superstar, and that's usually how these stories kinda go. Do you think everyone's life has a story worth telling in a memoir? I guess that leads into, like, what we were just talking with Viola Davis,
I
and, like, do you
definitely
think
think
everybody has
so, because like unlike like an autobiography, which is like the whole life story, a memoir is just a piece of it, or like a couple of
Mhm.
stories that kind of entail, from it's like a few stories, and everybody has moments that definitely like are pivotal in their life or something, or a time where you can pinpoint this is where things changed for me, or this is where I decided to do this. Like we all have
Right.
those moments, so that means everybody definitely has a memoir inside of them, or something, or a memoir that they can share if they wanted to. 100%.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. In Tina's book, she doesn't talk about every single little detail. Like, I think she just talks about mainly the things that shaped her into who she is. Like, I
Mm,
know that she talked a lot about growing up, and she was the youngest of all her siblings,
yeah.
and different, like, stories about, like, how her older brother and stuff, they were beaten by the police, and, she grew up in, Galveston, Texas, and she talks about just little things like that, but she doesn't, like, detail every waking moment. She talks
Mm.
about pivotal moments or what moments shaped her helped shape her. So how do memoirs shape our understanding of history and culture?
I mean, I think they give us, by people talking about certain moments in their own lives, like just by them existing in that time, in any given time period, it gives us a backdrop of what, or an idea of what might have been happening during that time, like through the perspective of an actual human being. So it's not like a historian telling us around the 1980s there was this and
Yeah.
this and this going on. Like for example, with Tina's book, like now you have somebody just knowing that her siblings or her family was terrorized by the police and stuff. You can see what's going on during that time period in
Mhm.
Texas. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it gives a historical backdrop that's not so formal. Like it's different when it comes to from an actual person, and they can tell you their experiences from that time. So I think it's important, like, to read it from people's perspectives.
What I do want to, that you bring that up, this is a random fact. So, my parents are from Perry County, like Marion area of Alabama. So my
Mm,
granddaddy, he was actually like a kid. You remember watching, what was it, the Martin Luther King movie, and they detailed
yes.
the killing of Jimmy Lee Jackson?
Yes.
Okay, so my granddaddy, he was like around the corner, around the street, like when that happened.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So that's something like I do he probably don't remember right now because he old and whatnot, but
Yeah.
it's like I do want to ask that, or even just thinking like, how was it, like, then when you were a kid? I like hearing different perspectives of that time. I remember
Same.
I asked my other granddaddy, I'm like, "How old were you when Dr. King was killed?" You don't think about stuff like that when you with them every day, but you like, "Hold on, you were alive when Dr. King was killed." Like, how, like, so it's just like you put that in perspective. You were alive, but I don't think about you don't think about that, like,
Yeah, and
when you're
how it
with
like
them.
affected them.
Yeah. Or just growing up during that racist time period, or in these backcountry roads of
Yeah.
Alabama, you don't think of that.
Oh my god. Yeah, because I
So,
know, especially like you blessed if you still have like your grandparents around that you can ask these questions. Like go ahead and
right.
get these answers while you can. Because like my mom was born in Michigan, I was born in Michigan, but her mom and
Mhm,
her mom's mom, they're from here, but they're from Birmingham. But my great grandmother
mhm.
moved her whole family up north right after that bombing in that church happened, and like that,
Yeah.
I was like, I would love to know, like, because like she didn't want to talk about a lot of this stuff when she was alive, and now I'm not able to like ask her, because I
Yeah.
know that had to be that took a lot. Like you moved your whole family up north because of what was going on down here. But
So they were a part
yeah,
of
I'm not
that,
even
like,
able
big
to ask her
migration,
anymore.
great migration
Yes,
period?
yes,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. Like my dad's family, they're from what, Union Springs and stuff. He still has a whole bunch of family here, but my mama's family, like my great grandma moved her and all her children in the 50s. She moved her children up north,
Yeah. So
changed
I
her
think it's
name, and
good that
moved her
we
to her kids.
yeah. I think it's good that people are around to tell those type of stories. Like, I even like
Yes.
hearing about my parents. They were no, they were way younger or so, but in the 90s, like, that was their peak young adult
Mm,
period. So I like hearing about, like, what were you
me
doing during the
too.
OJ trial or something like that, something
Right?
random like that. Yeah. Like, I'm just like, ooh, I just be thinking it's, like, so amazing. Like, of course, we're millennials. So
Hmm.
we like, okay, we remember a little bit of time before all this social media shit and all
Yeah.
that. But it's just, I'd be thinking it's so interesting to hear perspectives of course, we born in the 90s, but I like hearing perspectives of people actually living in it and like
Yes.
certain shit going on.
Same.
Like, what were you doing when Tupac and Biggie were beefing? Like, what the fuck?
Right? Because I know my daddy was obsessed with Tupac, child. Like all
Yeah.
my school pictures from elementary school, I got on Tupac outfits and
Oh my
stuff because
God.
my dad loved Tupac so much. Like that's all I grew up knowing about. But it's
Yeah.
like, yeah, it is fascinating hearing like when y'all were like peak adult years and all this stuff was going on and they didn't have social media and stuff. They either on the phone or they going up the street to their homie's house like to talk about it. So yeah, it's
Yeah.
fascinating.
I just be thinking, just a little off topic. I be thinking like, dang, how are y'all navigating without GPS? That's what I just
Maps. They was using real maps. like, like that's I
oh
know
my
my mama
God.
for a fact used to have maps in her glove compartment.
Like, you know
Like,
how, like, much you had to, like, really be paying attention to your surroundings back then,
yes,
like, to
that's
actually get
crazy.
somewhere? Like,
And then I couldn't imagine even here, like in certain places, like you ain't supposed to go to certain towns and stuff around. So I'm thinking like, how did they navigate knowing which places to avoid
word of
and like what?
mouth.
Yeah, like stay from around there, like when it get to sundown and all that type of stuff. But yeah, that's scary.
Yeah, all that shit is, like, word of mouth. Ain't no Googling nothing or
Yeah,
anything like that. I'm just thinking, like, damn, how you finding where to party at? Like, for real, for
right.
real. Or, like, if you move into a new area and you have, like, no clue, like, how to get wherever and you're by
Yes,
yourself, like, and you
you
having to
just gotta.
actually call people on the phone and actually have a
Yeah,
conversation with them. It's just like, oh,
calling on your car phone and big ass car
yes.
phone.
Like, all that is so, but yeah, I think I like hearing different perspectives. Even when I be
Mhm.
listening, I'm listening to Miss Pat um autobiography, even though it's not a memoir, it's autobiography. I'm listening to her shit right now, and just even hear her like putting a perspective of in the 80s in
Mhm.
Atlanta. Like, how we look at
Oh,
Atlanta now is probably like super,
right.
just, yeah, you super black Hollywood, of course,
Yeah,
whatever. I
the
mean, it
Black
was like
Mecca.
kind of like famous back then anyway.
Yeah,
But 80s Atlanta, crack,
I know that's probably crazy.
the crack era in Atlanta. You see some crackheads in Atlanta now, like for real. But think about it back then when they were just emerging,
Crack.
like just crack.
No, it's accurate. That's so accurate.
Yeah, that's all I'm
I
thinking
feel like
about.
though also I feel like it had to be lit though because like music was like really blowing up and I know like the whole like rap and all that stuff was still young. Like hip hop and all that
I
stuff was
mean,
super
in the
young.
80s, no, they was still
Yeah.
kind of like that. It was that. What's that song? That rap song? That old rap song? That be like,
I
it's like
know,
a
I know
jungle
they
sometimes.
weren't. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It was still like in its infancy. So I'm like, while there has to be
Yeah,
like some type of like bubbling up, because like around once the '90s rolled around, they started actually having like rappers and actual
yeah,
musicians and shit.
yeah. Because
But
the
leading
80s
up
was
into that,
still kind of like New Jack Swing type of like,
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
So I
'Cause
feel like
that
that must have
was,
been lit.
yeah, yeah. That
Like
late
that had to be
80s leading
lit.
into the
Like
90s,
boom,
yeah, that was
doom,
lit.
doom, 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 doom. That's what I be
A little
thinking
sniff
about.
of
Like
coke,
before,
a little
yeah, a
sniff.
little do a little pinky bump. Like
Yeah.
I feel like it was a little
Just got
lit.
paid. It's Friday
Right?
night.
And that's exactly what I was thinking. You know,
Yeah. And
I,
how they hair would be like, I be liking to look at my mama
with
old
that
photos.
hollow. Me
Yeah, the little
too.
asymmetrical thing. And my mama had her big old glasses, like when I be seeing her like her pictures. I'd be like, those are in style, right? Like, so I like hearing like little
Same.
perspectives.
My
But
mama had
yeah,
that salt and pepper cut. She had that
yeah.
blonde, that salt and pepper.
Yeah, it's just like being a teenager, like during that time, I bet it was lit.
That
But
had to be
how I
lit.
got on that was Miss Pat, like living in Atlanta during that time. I doubt Atlanta was
Crack.
like, I know it was the spot to be, but I doubt it was like, nobody was probably thinking of Atlanta like that back then, I don't
Mm.
feel like. Or I know you said you read Tiffany Haddish, Tiffany
Yes,
Haddish's
the
book.
last black unicorn.
Yeah, and she went through some shit. And I be thinking about
Yeah.
like her shit and how she was talking about. Now I will say also, I'll say this also about autobiographies and memoirs. I like learning things
Mm.
from those books because I had no idea even what toxic shock was before I read her book.
Yeah.
I had no
That's crazy.
idea about that.
Yeah,
And now
I
I'm forever
definitely.
scared to wear a tampon.
That's what scared me from tampons when I first started having periods, because like I thought that that was like a norm. I didn't think it was like rare like it is, but still, like I didn't want to even risk it. I just thought that that was something that could possibly happen to me, and I didn't want to use them.
Yeah, I always just in general, my mama ain't never teach me how to use that. I just always had a big ass pad on, and I just never tried to even try to maneuver how to use it or whatever. But it just seemed like
Yeah,
overly complicated when I did try to experiment like with
yeah.
myself with it. So I just stayed away
I
from
went
them.
through a period briefly when I did, and it's only because my older sister did, and I wanted to be just like her, and so like I started to, but they were uncomfortable. Like I prefer a pad. Like no.
Yeah, and even like with like sports and stuff like that,
Mhm.
I just put on extra shorts so I don't take
Yep.
try to bleed through like we in PE or something. I just put on extra shorts or something.
Yep.
But I've never like but since I had read that book and even before then just I never wore them. But when I read that book, I was just like, I didn't know you could go to the hospital and possibly die from a
Yeah.
tampon because tampon has rat poison in it.
Yeah.
So
She
I was
goes through some crazy stuff in that book. Like I remember she was talking about her mama threw that car radio at her. She
yeah.
like, like it was some
Or
crazy
her
like
dad had pulled the messed up the brakes so they could all die and crash in the
yes, like my
car.
God.
I was like, whoa, like that's
Like
just
her
yeah, she done been through some stuff. So I would say, yeah, like in these books, I'm glad people tell their experiences so we
yeah.
can learn from them versus
Yes.
like find out the hard way or knowing that like that could happen. Here's another question: can reading someone else's memoir change the way we see ourselves? Yeah,
Yeah. Definitely. Yeah.
I just
It'll
feel like
make
even with celebrities, they show us that everyone is human and
yes.
we all make mistakes.
Yes, and it also a lot of the time is inspirational too, because it's like you see that other people have been through things that seemed insurmountable or things that they didn't think they was going to be able to get past, and then you find out it's a way to get past them. Like they figured out a way. So it kind of like it inspires you, it motivates you a little bit, but it's also it's nice to know see other people have struggles, especially when they seem to live these big glamorous lives and whatnot. It's
Hmm.
like it's nice to know that you also have a struggle that you had to get past, and so yeah, you definitely can.
It makes you think like I know. I mean, I think this now in my just adult life now. Everything gonna be okay, and it just those
Yeah.
memoirs and those autobiographies. It makes you think like people be going through the most shit, be about to kill themselves and everything, and
Hmm.
you just think like everything gonna be okay. It's
Yeah.
gonna work out. Everything is gonna be okay. Like don't like heart too much on anything. Like just keep it moving. Like anything that you want to do, like it's in you. That's what mainly when I be reading
Yeah.
memoirs, like I just be thinking anything is possible. Like you're gonna be okay. It's gonna be all
Yeah.
right.
For real. Oh yeah, just like the Tina Knowles book, like it makes me think
Mhm,
because like I haven't read it, but I'm definitely gonna start that one. But I remember reading a few years ago. I think I still have it. I think I still have it downloaded. But it's like the unofficial Beyonce biography. It was like
mhm,
Becoming Beyonce or something. But he had interviewed a whole bunch of people like from her childhood and stuff, and people who like was around. And
mhm,
so, but if you could see like all the things that led up to them actually becoming Destiny's Child and then her becoming Beyonce and stuff, it's just like that is inspirational AF. Like you have no idea all the work and all the stuff that went into that, and like how
mhm.
long it took for them to get there, and then like how hopeless they felt and stuff. But like It's extremely inspiring because it's like there was definitely
Hmm.
times they thought they wasn't finna go nowhere either, and people told them that they weren't and made them feel like they weren't. So I
And
think it's
I will
dope.
also, yeah, and I will also say as well, like in any memoir or autobiography that I have listened to or read, they all have that thing in common. Like they all bet on themselves and they
Yeah.
all like believed in themselves. Like you're not gonna
Yes.
make it nowhere in life if you don't like really like believe in like okay you want to do music, you're not gonna go nowhere if you don't believe in yourself, just
You're
period.
not.
Like, and I'm gonna be honest, like it be some people music out here be shit, they be total trash, but you see how they get the recognition and the stuff that they do get because they believe in themselves, in their own
Yep.
selves. That's like that's just
If you're gonna take a risk
manifestation.
on anybody, take a risk on yourself. Yep. It's like
Yeah, you
everybody's
just
not
need
gonna
to.
see the vision the way that you see it in your head, but it's up to you. Like you're the only person who can see it the way it's supposed to manifest. So you have to be the one to carry it out. Like you got to take those risks on yourself. Nobody else is going to because they can't see what you can see.
Yeah, because if you don't have that confidence and that overthinking and you second guessing yourself, you're not gonna be successful. Whether you acting,
Yeah.
rapping, singing, even damn working, trying to get a manager position or something like that, or
Yep.
just anything like that, anything
Starting a
that you want to
business,
pursue.
being an entrepreneur, all
Exactly.
of those things. Like it's gonna those tough spots are gonna come.
Just like we said in previous episode, like you capable of doing anything that you put your mind
Yes.
to. Just like in the memoir, Tina Knowles talks about when she opened a salon. Like she talks about that, and like she was doing good with that. But the thing is, even with doing hair, like, and you just thinking like, okay, oh, I can't do hair. Like you second guessing yourself. Like, look, everybody can't do. One person can't do everybody hair, so it's going to
Yeah.
be it's room for
Somebody.
you.
Yeah. There's room for everybody.
Yeah, I remember Funky Dineva said that. That's where I got that comparison from,
Yes.
because he was beefing with a YouTuber, and it's 500 million
Michelle
YouTubers.
AT.
Yeah, you remember that? Yes. Oh he read her for filth as he
Told
should
her
have.
ass up.
Yes,
But
I
you
need
know
to
what?
go
She's
back
been
and watch
picking with
that.
him for years, though.
Yes,
Like
I need to go
she
back and
deserved
watch
it.
that. No, because she
I
was
love
trying to say he
him.
was on drugs and most stuff. So yeah, like she
They
did.
had. She's
Yeah.
put out a lot of rumors about him. He ate her ass up, and I
Y-
loved it.
Yeah. So, but yeah, but that's what Funky Dineva had said. Like you can't do
He's very
everybody hair.
motivational. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's very inspiring.
Shit, he done been through some shit. Like,
He
hell,
has.
man. Like
Like I
being,
remember back when she put out those videos making it seem like he had just like trashed her apartment and left dog poop everywhere and it was really dog food and she was just like putting out all these
Mhm.
things about him and him being on drugs. But you know what he did? He bounced back. Like it took him a minute. He got on YouTube. He started doing his own videos and stuff. He got on Sister Circle, got fired from Sister Circle, started doing his own videos, started his own platform up, and now
he
look
was
at
on
him.
the
I am
thing
so proud of
with,
him.
he was on that thing with Claudia
Foxhole.
Jordan. Yeah, he was on
Yep.
Foxhole.
TGIF.
Yep.
Like I've been following him for a very long time, and I'm very proud of him because they really dragged him. They dragged him through the mud.
Yeah, because I remember I was watching him when he used to do the review. He used to do the reviews when it was,
Yes,
you
my
remember
hair
Real
gets laid
Housewives.
like.
Yes. Like, and when I remember when I first started like watching him, he did the review when they was fighting on Real Housewives of Atlanta, when it was fighting in that hotel at that time. That's when I had first
Yes.
started watching him. That was like the first review I had watched of him. Had me falling out, like dying laughing. Oh, I need to go back and watch
I
that
remember
episode.
his
Just a little off
reviews.
topic.
Those reviews of doggone Real Housewives of Potomac used to take me out. Like that's when I got like really into him for real, and that's why I was like, Robin, you did all this. Like it was crazy. Okay,
Like
no, I'm sorry,
he
we
used to
got
be,
sidetracked.
I remember one point, he used to be saying like who house he was talking about. I can't remember if he was talking about Sheree or Kenya house. And he was like, "Why ain't no amenities in here? You ain't got no toaster, no blenders, no." Oh, we so off topic. Okay, let's get off. Oh, we so off topic. But anyway, most of these memoirs, they have to, you gotta believe in yourself, bro. Like
You
just
do, you
in
do.
general, I know you got a
And I
little
think
off
that's what a
topic.
lot of them are like to teach you. Like you have to believe in yourself.
Yeah. Yeah, you did. Even like you just can't even be listening to just outside noise. That's what most memoirs and autobiographies have taught me. Like you
Yeah.
really don't need to be like Like, you can, I guess you can take advice, I guess, but you still need to just believe in your own, like, self. Like, if somebody be like,
Yeah.
"Oh, that's not no good idea," then fuck them. For real,
Right.
for real. Like, even if your music is trash, like, you do need to, like, keep going.
Because somebody out there is gonna think that your music isn't trash. Look at that crazy boy who's in the news right now for murdering that little girl. Like somebody's gonna like it somewhere.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like you say, like I said, can't do everybody here.
Yep.
You can't
It's
everybody, you can't have all the listeners. Like, I know it's
they
people out there
can't.
that don't like Beyonce, but they're just
Literally,
haters.
there are.
But
It's like I don't know
yeah.
how you couldn't, but those people exist. I've met them, and I've had to ignore them because they don't know what
Yeah.
they're talking about.
Yeah. But do you think Beyonce cares? No.
Why should
Like,
you?
yeah, those are like they most of these people that are like in these memoirs and these biographies, they have literally manifested their life.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think I just need to take that into just perspective and just my own life, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
You can do
I
it,
don't know if
dude.
it's eclipse season or something, but I've definitely been feeling like, oh, like when is the quantum leap coming? Like when is the,
Yes.
when is it like just coming? So I'm just like I said, I just been praying to God. That's one thing for sure, for sure. Most of these people in these books, they put God first
Yeah.
in everything that they do. So that's just in
I think that's a
general.
huge part of it. Like at least you, like even people who aren't, even if you're not like super religious, I think identifying with something that's bigger than yourself is a huge part of it. Like you're not gonna get nowhere just off of you alone. Like this, that's not realistic.
Yeah.
You don't have
So
it in you. You don't have enough.
yeah. Yeah. So, what about our autobiography or memoir are you excited to read? I know you excited to read Tina Knowles one, but which
I
one
am.
is on on your list? Like you gotta read this.
Um, yeah, definitely Tina knows. I do want to read Trina's too, and then I remember you telling me about Omarion's. I still haven't read that, and I'm
Well,
interested
that ain't
in
no memoir. That's a self help. That's a self help book.
Oh, it says I don't want to read no self help book from Omarion. Then scratch that. Um,
Yes, just because
yeah.
anything he says, just like F it, just whatever. Like it ain't nothing too much he said in that book that was like, ah.
Somebody else just came out with one that I wanted to read. I don't know, but I know definitely Miss Tina's is on my list. I want to read Trina's too, but Miss
Mm-hmm,
Tina's probably top of the list.
for sure. I do want to read Gucci Mane's autobiography.
Now that has to be interesting.
Yeah, cause I want to read a perspective of when the nigga was ignorant. Like I really want to read like what was going through his mind. And you remember that
Yes, he
time in
was.
2013 before he went to jail when he had that rant on Twitter.
Yes.
I want to like know exactly what was going through his mind during that time. Like I want to read that stuff, even like when he was in jail and just
Yeah.
even like his whole little he got his shape. It's just like I just want to know like exactly what is going on because he was out of his mind, crazy at one point.
And I definitely would love to read about his whole transition because the way he's been able to transform himself and like turn himself around, like nobody saw that coming from him, and he's doing the damn thing now. He looks good. He's got him a wife, got his babies. Like I'm proud of him. Like I would like to know when that switch happened. Like I would definitely be interested in reading that.
So and I also want to read. I just realized that Robert Downey Jr., Iron Man, he got a
Ooh,
biography. And I want to read it because he done been through some shit too. Nigga
he
used to be
has,
getting arrested and just off all
and
types of.
we fucks with Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah, oh yeah, I love him. I love him so
Yeah.
much because he's such. I be watching him in what's that movie I like? Due Date. Have you ever seen that movie when
Oh, I
he
love that movie. Yes, with Zach
yeah, dude from
Galifianakis.
Hangover. Yeah,
Yes. Oh my god, I love that movie.
oh my god, he's such an asshole. And it's like he played the same asshole in all movies, but it's
And he
like
does a good
he got a
job of
story
it.
for us, so I gotta listen to it. I gotta
Yeah,
hear it.
I definitely would read that.
Yeah, and nigga used to be smiling his mug shots. Like I be wanting to hear like perspectives from people who ain't in their right mind at the time. Like, how crazy I be smiling in your mug shot? Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I be thinking they be trying to be funny because they know they can get out of jail.
Yeah, because ain't nothing to be smiling about. You sitting there getting your mugshot taken.
Ain't nothing funny about no jail.
Like, baby, you getting booked in. You gotta have been here a few times, and you ain't scared to be sitting there smiling. You off your rocker. I need to know your story.
Somebody give me a Popeyes 2-piece. I'm telling on whoever to get me up out of here. Like, I ain't finna sit up in no jail.
Have you ever seen that collage somebody put together of all the JTs and mugshots, and she's just in all, she's like just posing. It's like, girl, you was going to jail. What is you smiling for?
Stealing in all of them or something. Knew she wasn't gonna be in there for no long time.
I'm like, all of them. She just smiling like. It's like, girl, stop smiling.
Because when her Glorilla was beefing, and she was like, girl, that shit is from stealing. That ain't from nobody else.
Right. Because I know, like, if you look at Tommy's carousel, she wasn't smiling and none of hers. I think it's like, she was like, this ain't funny.
Nah, you be mad if you getting handcuffed and you ain't got no, that's
right?
horrible.
You getting booked in, like, yo, that's too much. Ain't nothing to be smiling about.
And then what I'll be mad about, this is just, I know we saw off topic, but even with jail in general, like, I'll be so aggravated if they make me take my nose ring out, because they make you take out all that stuff. I'll be so pissed off. That'd be my main reason of, like, I don't want to go to jail.
I didn't even think about that. I had to take out my nose ring. See, no, ain't nobody got time for that.
Yeah, that ain't no easy take in, take out type of thing. Like, I'm not finna do all that. That closes up in, like, 2 seconds if it's nothing like that.
It's too unsanitary for me. I'm already mad. I'm about to have to sit in this nasty cell with, like, all these people. Like, I'm squeamish.
Yeah, no. Just like how Young Thug talk about something, if we go to prison, whoop-de-doo. Like, no, we're not going
no. Hold on.
Yeah, you
not no whoop-de-doo.
You on your own. Like, what I need
you by yourself.
But I be wanting to see, like, hear people's, like, perspectives of when they be in jail and just all types of shit. Like, I hear that.
So that concludes this episode of the Booked and Busy podcast. Be sure to tune in with us next week for our next episode.
Thank you for listening, and be sure to follow us on our socials and check out our reading list on Goodreads.